My name is Chris Clements, and I'm the athletic director of Hastings College. It is an honor to celebrate the astounding achievements of former college athletes and coaches. Got new glasses to try to figure out how to use them. The talent and character gathered in this room is remarkable. We have among us several members of the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame, in addition to this evening's inductees. With all past Hall of Fame inductees, please stand and be recognized at this time. A number of our coaches have athletic competitions this weekend and are unable to attend this event. However, we are honored to be joined by a few of our current athletic staff members. Our entire staff invests countless hours working to improve the entire college experience for our student athletes. I appreciate the time and the effort they put into making Hastings College a better place. Please stand and be recognized as I call your name. Ryan Mahoney, cross country and track. Zach Oswald, track. Claudia Sherrill, track. Jim Bovee, our athletic representative. And hopefully I didn't miss anybody else. Please thank you for your service around the club. I would like to I'd like to thank Roger Moore, member of the Hastings College Foundation Board of Directors, Emeriti Professor of Business and Economics, and retired men's golf coach, for being with us tonight. This evening's event. Roger, thank you for being one of our biggest Bronco fans. I'll now turn the podium back over to Roger for additional introductions and introductory prayer.
Thank you, Chris. So in the interest of time, we've asked our honorees to limit their remarks to 3 minutes. But I must warn you, that often doesn't work. So maybe if we have an average of 5, we'll be doing okay. And we have a lot of wonderful things to celebrate tonight. So let's get started. We will now meet the individuals being inducted into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame, beginning with Eugene Cleveland. Gene, you want to make your way up there for us? Gene is a 1956 Hastings College graduate who tells me he is now 90 years old. And just take note of what this gentleman accomplished in his undergraduate career at Hastings College. He was a 4-year starter and letter winner in football, a 3-year letter winner in track, and a 2-year letter winner in tennis. He set the Hastings College record in the shot put during his time as a Bronco, while also placing 10th in the event at the NAIA Nationals, while he was also qualifying at Nationals in the high jump, from shot put to high jump. He was an all-Nebraska Collegiate Conference selection in 1953, 1954, and 1955. Gene and his wife Joanne live in Hastings, Kansas. Gene, it took a while for the selection committee to catch up with you, but we are really
So I watched lots of basketball. He gave me my first job, actually. I was paid 50 cents for a week of cleaning blackboards in the Dorming Hall. And I thought that 50 cents a week was pretty damn good. When I was a freshman here, I took a course under Dr. Clara Altman. Maybe some of you remember her. In Spanish. Clara Altman had a way of testing in which she or one of her students would write the Spanish or the English on the blackboard, and then we as students sitting out there would translate it and then be graded. Well, Clara didn't write the questions, the young lady in the class voted. And then when Clara was reading, and when the young lady was finished, Clara would turn to her and say, "You don't need to take the test because I know you know all the answers."
Well, I call that what? I call it kind of
maybe not cheating, but pretty close to it. Anyway, that lady happened to be a girl by the name of Joanne Eccles from Nelson, Nebraska. And I thought that she was smart enough to translate that Spanish maybe off a little further into getting to know her. Well, I did. We had a few dates. Next year we had a few more. And eventually I married her. Joanne Eccles, family over here. We have now been married for 70 years. And it was the best 70 years of my life. I couldn't have done all I did without her, although she did tell me to go to the shop. On the program, I'm listed as veteran at least in tennis, shot put, high jump, and what else? Something. What? Shot put? Oh. Anyway. I was very good at tennis. I'll admit that right up front. I had a lot of fun. I'm very good. There was a fellow who played tennis with me by the name of, anybody know? He taught political science here for years. Anybody know now? Who? I didn't hear you. Chuck Evans, yes. Anyway, Chuck and I had a lot of fun playing, but not everything wins. The next thing listed is track and field, I think, which was two of my favorites. And interestingly enough, if you note there, I also was in the high jump. Now, somebody that throws a shot at high jump, I don't know. But I did, and careful now, don't get too excited. My top high jump was 6 foot. Can you believe that? Well, today, of course, it isn't even in the ballpark. But 6 foot high jump in that year, and a shot put of 48 feet 10 inches, qualified me to go to the nationals, NAIU, down in Adelaide, Texas. So I went down there, and got out the first day, and had the shot put, I was practicing the shot put, and the announcer came on and said, 3 hour reports practice. And I thought to myself, man, that dog seems to be really high. So I got up there and I said, we are checking in. He said, you want to take your practice rounds? I said, what's the bar set up? He said, oh, 6364. I said, cancel the order. So I went back to the shop a little bit and got 10th place next, which at that time I thought was pretty good goal. Practice is football. Football is one of my favorites. One of the reasons I can't walk, by the way. I'm about the 25-yard line up the old field over there. I took a crack on the knee and settled in right since. The other reason is old age. But I'm 90 years old today. My wife, she's 91. But I've been 70 years. So anyway, the best team we had, and the only team that's been undefeated at Fort Ed, at Hastings College, was a team that went to the Mineral Water Bowl down in, where was it?
Excelsior Springs, Missouri.
Yeah, Excelsior Springs, Missouri. We had a young team. I think there was only one senior on the starting lineup. And had a couple of people who played service ball, and we relied heavily on them. One of those people was Chuck Stickles. I'm sure some of you remember Chuck Stickles, but he played a lot of basketball for us and was nationally ranked in both football and there. The other guy was what was his name? I forgot. Somebody tell me what his name was. Bruce Edwards was a halfback. And game got down to pretty close over the end, and we scored a touchdown. And usually, Bruce Edwards held the ball, Chuck Stickles held the ball, and Bruce Edwards would kick it. Well, Bruce was on the sideline still. And so we huddled up, and Stickles said, who's going to kick the ball? Well, the silence for a little bit, and about a man said, I'll kick it. And Stickles said, get up to the line, I'll drop kick it. Nobody drop kicks. Nobody. So we get up to the line, Stickles is standing back there all by himself. I'm playing offensive right tackle. Their left tackle was across the field, and he says, watch the pass, watch the pass, watch the run. And I said, I wish you would. And the guy looked at me and said, what's he going to do? I said, he's going to drop kick. About that time, Stickles dropped the ball and put it right through. The guy across from me never charged, he just stood up and watched. So anyway, that's the kind of capture of that fun here. It was great. Hastings College is a great place, and thank you very much.
So Chris, I'm pleased to present Eugene Cleveland for induction into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame. in 1967, an all-conference selection in 1968, and an all-district selection in 1967 and 68. Bill and his wife Melvin live in Inver Grove Heights, Minnesota. Bill's called me a couple times trying to figure out how to change his travel commitments, and it just could not be done. He's so sorry he can't be here to be recognized and receive his recognition in person, but he found a friend and also a member of the Athletic Hall of Fame, one of our truly great standout athletes from prior years, Vinny Conway, to accept on his behalf. Vinny?
Thank you. Bill, being MIA, has asked me to speak on behalf of him. He says, please accept my apology for being absent due to a previously planned family excursion. My congratulations to the class of 2024 inductees to the Hastings College Hall of Fame in recognition of their athletic achievements. I would like to acknowledge my teammates and coaches without whom this honor could not have happened. And finally, thank you to Hastings College for the opportunities provided to me and to the committee for bestowing this honor. Thanks again to everyone. Respectfully, Bill McGuire.
Thank you, Benny. So, Chris, I am pleased to submit Bill McGuire for induction into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame.
By the power vested in me by the Hastings College Board of Trustees, I do hereby induct Bill McGuire into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Bill, and we'll wish you well wherever you are.
So you've just experienced two of our legacy inductees, and one of the things that happens when you start a program like this, you soon realize you're overwhelmed with possible candidates for recognition. Our committee has probably over 400 names under active consideration. But let me tell you, the thing that really helps is when you know someone and you know statistics about someone, and would you be willing to forward that to the committee? The sports information director at Hastings College. You see, we didn't have a sports information director until about 10 years ago. And so statistics on you guys takes an incredible amount of dedicated research to come up with. So if you wonder why hasn't someone been recognized in the past, and it should be, well, take it upon yourself. Let us know about it. We really, really appreciate that. Our third honoree is Jim Doty. Jim is the 1979 graduate from Wausau, Oklahoma. Jim was a 4-year winner in football and was named to the 1978 All-Nebraska Athletic Conference team. His head coach, Wendell Lawman, rated him as one of the top 10 players he ever coached and was touted as a backbone for the team. Jim is married to Patty Montford Doty, 1978 Hastings College graduate. Chris, I am pleased to present Jim Doty for induction into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame.
So when we got to the game today, one of my grandchildren decided to ask me where they're going to put my statue. I told her wherever she wants to put it. Well, it took 46 years for myself and our class of 78, team of 78, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. But it is surely an unexpected honor, and it sure is. So congratulations to my teammates also. So I've got a few words finally tried out in ninth grade again to be a running back, and sure enough, I was the starting running back, or lineman, or running back, yeah. But my coach came to me because of an injury and asked, could I go back to the line? It just so happens he was my 7th grade coach, and now I'm in 9th grade. So he knew I could play the position. So, just like in past seasons, I said, yeah, whatever I need to do to help our team win. So sure enough, I'm back on the line. It was at the end of the season that my head coach at that time came up and said a few words at the end of the year banquet, much like this one. They're all talking about how good the players were. Wendell could do that better than I can. And he came up and said, you know, the quarterback did all these great things, and the running backs were really good. And he finally finished his speech and said there was one more player. And he said, sorry. And this is how I feel about my journey at Hastings College also, is that when he asked me to play, I told him that I would play wherever I needed to play to help our team win. So once again, I'm playing line. My sophomore year, I became a running back, and I started my junior year and senior year in high school. I had all the Southwest Conference schools send letters of interest to play. But they never followed up. They said they'd keep in touch, never heard from them again. We lost our last game as a senior, and our coaches got us put a kibosh on anybody talking to the team coming in to recruit players. So I get a call. I'd gone to a couple of D2 schools to visit, and it just didn't feel right. And then I get a call from Hastings College, and it's Wendell Mom on the phone. And he said, we'd like you to come to Hastings College. And so I sent him a couple of films, and he liked what he saw, and it was a good deal. And so I decided that this is where I need to be. So the first time I came to Hastings College was pre-season camp my freshman year. So I didn't visit from Houston. I didn't want to travel this far. Couldn't afford to do it to begin with, but I came anyway. And walked into the gym, and there's, I'm sure everybody here has seen Bob Squires, 6'5", 235 pounds, and he's a receiver. And I was like, what the hell did I get myself into? Can you imagine that? So there's a few things a little bit different about Hastings, Nebraska, and Houston. And one of them is about 2.5 million people. Another one, there's a whole lot more corn here. So, like in high school, I had pretty good stats. Had a few 100-yard games. Nothing great. Scored a few touchdowns. But what I felt was more important was helping our team and helping the classmates win the game more than my personal statistics. So that's how I went through college, and I'm so grateful to be here today. Earlier today at the game, Gary Troutman came up and said, I gotta tell you guys
by the power vested in me by the Hastings College Board of Trustees, I do hereby induct Jim Doty into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah, some of you guys watched Jim Doty cross the line. I think he's pretty awesome. Well, the guys are being recognized tonight. Our fourth honoree is Jeff Chimolka, a 1995 Hastings College graduate. Jeff was named first team all-conference for baseball, first team all-district, and Nebraska Intercollegiate Athletic Conference Hope Player of the Year in 1994. His 387 career batting average is first in school history, while his 480 career on-base percentage, that's 48%, ranks third. His on-base percentage is 51.1%, which set a single season record which still stands today. Jeff and his wife Valerie live in Grand Island, Nebraska. Chris, I'm pleased to present Jeff Chimolka again for the induction into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame.
Great. I'm probably one of the minority who thinks that 3 minutes is a lot of time. So I'll try and fill it and through it as quickly as I can. I just got a few people that I want to thank. I'll tell you a little bit about them, and then we'll move on kind of to the next person that give them their time. First, I want to thank the Hall of Fame committee, Hastings College, Dr. Lloyd, everybody involved for the beautiful dinner and great sermon. That's the wonderful way to celebrate this. Okay, just start off with the people who are at my table. Start with my wife Valerie, my immediate family. She was one, even though we met probably 10 years after I took my last swing competitively, she always thought that there would be a place here for me because she talked to former teammates, former opponents, and she always kind of had faith that someday I'd be standing right here. I don't know what I did, and as each year went by, probably less and less, but here we are. So I want to thank her for that. My kids, back there, they won't want me going to not so long to walk back to Grand Island, but my 3 kids, Lainey, Connor, and Claire, are back there. And they're here just like coming along to show them that for 1 month, Dad was on the outer fringes of the pool back in 1994. I was soon seen as an imposter and kicked out of the club, but for a long, short period of time, I was there. I've also got my first coach, my dad, Dave Chimolka, and my first driver of my first Bronco bus, my mom, Carol Chimolka, my parents. From the age of 6 to 22, I played baseball, many sports, and they made every sacrifice to make sure that happened. Whether it was driving us to a practice, taking work off early, whatever they needed to do, they always were there to make that sacrifice. I couldn't think of the time. I'd have to take a long time for me to find the time when they weren't at an activity that our kids were involved in. So I'm very blessed that they're here, healthy, and able to attend this and celebrate with me. Okay, and as the years go by, I actually get more of an appreciation for what they do with my own kids. You know, I see the maxed out credit cards and driving home at midnight because we're not going to stay in another motel until we have 3 more tournaments next week. So as my kids come through, I see how deep that sacrifice is, and I really appreciate it. Also, my in-laws are here, Roger and the vocal. I want to thank them for coming and celebrating with me. My sister, Courtney Snodgrass, and 2 of her 3 kids, Avery and Sawyer. Okay, so let's get to the next one. Oh, here at Hastings College, there's really one person that there's a person in our group that I need to thank. The first one is Coach Doty. Okay, our story with that starts back in 1990. Coach probably recruited me more than any other coach in the area of state colleges and such to come to Hastings College. unfortunately, well, I guess I'll just be honest with you, the benefits package came. And Hastings was an expensive school, and we made a really tough decision. I talked with my parents about it, that I would go somewhere else. It was a tough phone call to make the coach. I think it probably took me a week to get the courage to do it. Being Coach Bobby, he was gracious and professional and said, good luck. And I went on my way. And so I figured coaches were coaches and baseball was baseball. I figured it out. Fast forward 2 years, and that's pretty miserable. That's how it was. I probably couldn't have picked a worse fit for myself as far as the program. It happens from time to time. And I had 2 options. I could either quit the game or I could find another place to play. So I picked up the phone. I had friends at other colleges that kind of said, hey, why don't you come here, and play. But there was really only one place I wanted to go, one coach I wanted to play for, and it was Coach Bobby. And God bless him, he said, you know, I could have said, you know, you said goodbye to us once. We got a first baseman, you know, good luck to you again. He didn't. God bless him. He said, come on down, compete for the job, and we were on from there. Okay, so I can say with, you know, unquestioned certainty that if Coach Bobby was not the head man in 1992, I would not be standing here today. So I have to thank him for almost everything that this night has brought us, as well as the career. Everything the guy kind of expected, he provided. He provided a great culture that I could grow in, I could be myself in. I was kind of an introverted type guy. I was always the most talkative, and he didn't expect that. He didn't think that every player needed to, you push a button and all of a sudden general pack would come out. He knew that a couple of guys just show up early, get on the Bronco bus, listen to music on the way, and try to knock out a few base hits during the doubleheader. And I will say, if you knew our teammates at the time, showing up early and getting on the Bronco bus was a very important skill set. Okay, saved Coach a lot of time calling and driving around Central Nebraska. But I owe him a ton, and thank you, Coach. I'm glad you're here tonight. Thank you. The last one were my teammates. Okay, you would think when you go to a place, you would go, you know, who am I going to play with? Who are these people? I'm going to spend a ton of time with them, be around them all the time. Who are they? What are they like? I really, at that point, wasn't thinking about any of that. I knew I needed a place to play. I had some unfinished business in my athletic career, and I knew I had a coach I wanted to play for, a program I wanted to go, and that was enough. I had no idea what was waiting for me here. And I arrived here on campus, and what I found was a group of guys, again, very different from me. They were, to give you an example, if I can say it without explaining it, they're like a country song. I think it's been popular lately. Me and Jack Daniels, we got a history. And I was, me and Diet Coke, we got a history. Okay, how's this going to work out? But those guys, from day one, open arms, embraced me, and the brotherhood of baseball. Anything they did, you know, I was invited along, which in the end created a few short-term regrets and a few Sunday mornings. But hey, in the long term, I made some of the best friends, you know, that I could have had in college. Great guys. I think about them a lot. A couple of them are in the backpack there, and you know, I've never been that close to a group of people that I've worked with in my entire life, and I've never really been able to recreate that. I've been in numerous jobs, numerous schools. I'm a teacher. Nothing like that. Okay, so for those of them that are here and those of them that are not, I thank them for that. They were a huge part of my experience. So that's about it. I've covered my list, and I'm done. I just want to thank
we get to introduce to you a couple of female athletes who have really made a mark on our institution. And our fifth honoree is Kay Brockmeyer-Dent, a 2009 Hastings College graduate. Kay was the first team all-conference selection for basketball in 2008 and in 2009, and was an All-American on the 4x800 outdoor relay team. She was also named the third team All-American in women's basketball. Her 880-meter outdoor time ranks 5th all-time for the Broncos, and her 4x800 relay outdoor time ranks 1st. Kay and her husband, Stephen Dent, live in Mullen, Nebraska. Chris, I please present Kay Brockmeyer-Dent for induction into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame.
Good evening. I'd like to start by thanking the Athletic Hall of Fame Committee for selecting me as an inductee into the Hastings College Hall of Fame. It's truly an honor that my sports careers in both basketball and track here at Hastings was thought highly enough to be part of this prestigious group. I'd also like to thank my friends and family that have supported me throughout all of my athletics, especially my mom and my dad. Thank you for always believing in me, encouraging me, pushing me, and helping me to do my very best. Thank you for the endless hours you spent in the yard, playing catch, or shooting hoops, traveling to get to camps, practice, or game. I know now as a parent how much time, energy, and money you guys spent on me just so I could do something I absolutely loved. Thank you. I would also like to thank all my coaches and teammates that I had along the way. I was very fortunate to play on some pretty good teams from the beginning of my sports careers to the end. Two coaches that played a big role in helping me develop as an athlete. One was Jody Gavers, who was my high school club volleyball coach. She'll forever be a lady that holds a special place in my heart. She taught me to pay attention to details, be disciplined, do the right thing, and every single time. She coached me hard, she never let me settle for less than my best, and was still one of my biggest supporters. Second is Carrie Hofstetter-Henry, who was here at Hastings. She taught me not to just rely on my athletic ability to get by. Instead, she taught me how to break down skills and do things the right way. I've learned so much from her, and I continue to learn from her as she mentors me in my coaching career. Basketball. We were fortunate enough to be a mainstay at nationals, always getting a D2 tournament. My freshman year, we won the national title. My sophomore year, we were in the 8. My junior year, Final Four, and then my senior year, we were runner-up in the national title. I was very blessed to have some really talented teammates and coaches that all share the same desire to compete and to win. But more important than all those games won were the memories we made. We had a lot of fun those 4 years together. Track in college was a very humbling experience. Since we always made it deep in the national basketball tournament, I had maybe 4 or 7 days of practice before my first track meet. And just so you all know, basketball shape and track shape are two completely different things. The first month and a half of track practice was the hardest thing I've ever done in my athletic career. Playing catch-up to all those athletes that were coming off indoor track who are already in great shape, and basically fine-tuning for outdoor was really hard. My senior year, our 4x4 and 4x8 relay teams consisted of Scotty Shaw from Silver Lake, Audrey Curtis from Lincoln, Alyssa Farmer from Hastings, and myself from Central City. We were 4 girls, all from Nebraska, all dual athletes at Hastings College, and had 1-to-1 by that season. And that's all-American status. We ended up finishing 5th at the national track meet in 4x8, and it also broke our school record. It was a very gratifying way to end our track careers, accomplishing what we set out to do. The friends, the memories, the athletic success all play the fondness I hold for this college. I am blessed and thankful to have been a part of Hastings College and feel humbled and grateful to be inducted into the Hastings College Sports Hall of Fame. Congratulations to all the other inductees, and thank you again, Hastings College Fame Committee, for this wonderful award and opportunity. Thank you.
By the power vested in me by the Hastings College Board of Trustees, I do hereby induct Kay Brockmeyer-Dent into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
from Orchard, Nebraska. A member of the Bronco track and field program, Jim was a 5-time NAIA national champion, a 14-time All-American, a 7-time GPAC individual champion, and a member of the 2014 outdoor track team that finished 4th at the NAIA Nationals. Jen continues to hold school records in both indoor and outdoor shot put. Jen is married to Mason Cooper, a 2013 Hastings College graduate. So Chris, I am pleased to present Jennifer Vaughn Cooper for induction into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame.
First off, I'm very honored to have been chosen to be inducted into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame and to join the ranks of several of my teammates. Luckily, I was also part of some pretty amazing teams. Those who've been inducted before, Gabe Wickham, Weber, Lawrence Maker, and Martin Taylor, we all pushed each other and supported each other to be the best that we could be. Of course, I would not be in this position without my coach. Zach, with all the dedication and knowledge and coaching that you put in and time, thank you. Thank you for everything that you did for me inside and out of the ring and on the practice field. Your gentle nudges of, that wasn't terrible. Got us through those long days and practices. You were always such a calm presence, especially at nationals when you have all the pressure on you and you to send over at you and be able to come chat with me to help get my nerves down or come just say something funny to get me out of my head a little bit. I had the honor of introducing him as he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2015 as an outstanding alumni coach, which again is very well deserved for him, and I again would not be here without him. Thank you also to my teammates who, like I said, we always push each other to do better. We met up in the mornings and would go walk a couple miles just to stretch out and so we weren't so sore from the day before, and then we'd go sit and work on homework for a couple hours. It made it really fun. It made it worth going to practice every day. Also, I got to thank my parents, my family who supported me. Well, I considered the opportunity of doing college athletics through my high school career, through shoulder surgery when I wasn't sure if I'd continue athletics, but pushed me to pursue the life I had. I also like to thank Hastings College and the board of directors and the athletic board too for giving me the opportunity to compete for this team while attending school here. And as always, it's a great day to be a Bronco. Go Broncos.
Next to me by the Hastings College Board of Trustees, I hereby induct Jennifer Mag Cooper into the Hastings College Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Jennifer.
Okay, so Coach Bob got in my ear when I got here tonight and said, "You better change the program around just a little bit. The teams have to come last." So we have one more introduction, and then the rest of you guys will be your turn. Coach, here we go. This is going to be the Outstanding Alumni Coach of the Year Award, which was established by the Hastings College Alumni Association in 2004, and is presented to a Hastings College graduate who has shown exceptional achievement in athletic coaching as a profession. I am pleased to announce that the 2024 Outstanding Alumni Coach is Matt Braun of the class of 2005. Matt is in his 4th season as the head coach at the College of DuPage football team in Glen Ellen, Illinois. Under his leadership, the Chaparrals won the NJCAA, that's the National Junior College Athletic Association Division III Championship in 2021, 2022, and again in 2023. And he was named the NJCAA Coach of the Year in 2021 and 2022. The team's overall 33-5 record rates it as the best 3-year period in terms of victories in the last 28 years of DuPage football. Through its first 8 games this season, the team holds a 7-1 record and has outscored its opponents 352 to 94, averaging 44 points per game on offense. Matt previously spent 7 seasons as an associate head coach for the Chaps and served in a variety of roles over the years, including offensive coordinator, co-defensive coordinator, and the program's director of operations. He started 2 seasons in 2000 and 2001 for the Chaparrals and then left for a 4-year college and found Hastings. He went on to play at Hastings College where he graduated with a degree in sociology in 2005. He played 13 seasons of arena football and was an ambassador to American football in Brazil during his off seasons from arena league play in 2010 through 2012. He appeared in 3 professional arena championship games and helped the Sioux City Bandits win the 2015 indoor football championship. Matt is seen as an example of how football can change one's life. After never starting a game before the College of DuPage, his junior college, he went on to use football as a motivating factor to excel academically and eventually secure a scholarship and a degree. Matt, Sarah, and his son, Matthew, reside in Lombard, Illinois. And of course, unfortunately, Matt's not able to be here this evening for the ceremony because he's coaching. And somewhere on the East Coast, as I recall. Hopefully, he'll get to be number 8. Accepting the award on his behalf is Dr. Bob Ketlitz, Professor of Sociology at Hastings College and Matt's longtime mentor. Chris, I'm pleased to present Matt Ron as our 2024 Outstanding Alumni Coach, and thank you to Bob Ketlitz for stepping in for this role.
When I in Hastings College was a very special place to me, and the people and memories will always be cherished. The major lesson here is the most impactful things are hardly ever noticed immediately and take time to grow with us. Lastly, as honored as I am for the recognition of this award, I'm completely honored to have Dr. Robert Ketlitz accept the award on my behalf. Dr. Bob was my mentor, advisor, and friend during my time at Hastings College, and someone who I have stayed in contact with ever since graduating in 05. As someone who came to HC not knowing what direction I would go in life, Dr. Bob led by example, and with the impact he had on me and my classmates was on how to treat people and prepare them to be the best versions of themselves. During my time at Hastings College, I could always count on him to be my voice of reason when I needed it, motivated me when I needed it, and most importantly, give me a solid kick in the rear every time I needed it. Not a day goes by where Dr. Bob's impact, his mentoring and leadership doesn't come out of me in ways of helping me guide and lead my team. Dr. Bob Ketlitz for me is a huge part of the HC advantage and helped shape me, and I'm forever grateful for that. Thanks again for the amazing recognition with the many trials and tribulations of my life that has led to the decision, and the successes becomes greater and greater the more I stop approaching each situation in life, not with the mentality of what do I get out of it, but with the mentality of what can I give. Thanks again to Hastings. Go Broncos. Matt Ron.
I'm honored to be by the Hastings College Board of Trustees and to hereby award Matt Ron the 2024 Outstanding Alumni Coach Award. Congratulations, Coach, and we hope you got a victory today.
As you know, Dr. Bob Ketlitz is one of the most popular and successful professors on our campus, and his devotion to students is so unique. He's a real gem, and you can see that with the words that Coach Bob has with us. You know, we're pretty heavy on males this year in the program, and I don't want the females to go away discouraged. It sort of happens this way. We're already doing some planning for next year, and you'll see some female athletic teams being recognized, and we're long overdue in terms of recognition. So we'll try to balance that. Keep trying. But we now come to the portion of the program where we will honor our teams. But first, as Eugene Fleethardy mentioned, this is a year worthy of special recognition to that Auburn football team of 1954. 70 years ago, they completed an undefeated 9-0 season, complete with a postseason victory at the Minnow Waters Bowl in Excelsior Springs, Missouri. We believe that 7 of those team members are still alive, and their legacy is one that we can certainly cherish, because even then, it's obviously a great day to be around. And I am now honored, I have to say I'm thrilled, to introduce both the 1978 and 80 football teams. Both teams completed an 8-1 record and captured the Nebraska Intercollegiate Athletic Conference Championship. The 1978 team was ranked 15th nationally in the NAIA Division II poll, with 1 player named the second-team NAIA All-American, 3 players named first-team All-District selections, 8 players named first-team All-NIAC selections, and 9 players named honorable mention All-NIAC selected. The 1980 team was ranked in the top 15 nationally in the NAIA Division II poll, averaging 353 yards per game on offense, while allowing 220 yards per game on defense, which ranked first in District 11. 20 team members were named all-conference and all-district team selections. So what we're going to do, we're going to ask team members to just come forward and stand in front here as I read your name, and you'll be receiving your certificates. And then please note that as I read these names, some of these are going to appear twice because they played on both the 78 and 80 teams. You know, as a side note, as I reviewed this list as part of the script for tonight, I had the sense I was reading from my grade book. Because I had a lot of these guys in class. I'll tell you, it's really an honor for me to see these guys being recognized tonight. So, members of the 1978 football team, are you ready? Get up when your name's called. You know, don't hesitate. Clay Anderson. You can hold your applause, because we got lots of names. Kirby Anderson. Tom Barrett. Greg Barrett. Dave Berkeley. Mike Boland. Mike Davenport. Kelly Bearden. Mike Dillon. Jim Godey. Bill Foster. John Franchini. Steve Fructo. Bill Fife. Victor Geller. Randy Graventine. Dirk Hansen. Doug Arms. Tim Herron. Steve Hines. Brian Hergenrader. Ron Horgat. John Hewitt. Jeff Jackson. David James. Mike Karloff. Marty Cox. Jim Kay. Mike Kellogg. Mark Lingencheck. Mark Martin. Mike Matthews. Monty Matthews. Steve McLaughlin. Doug Mead. Marlon Burma. Dennis Myers. Louis Myers. Dale Ogre. Mark Olson. John Moore. Alan Quinn. Kevin Riggers. Steve Reinhardt. Steve Roberts. Skip Ross. Bruce Salisbury. Jeff Scholl. Dave Seymour. Kurt Scholes. Craig Simpson. Ed Stacy. Dan Stevenson. Tim Sullivan. Mark Thurston. Gary Troutman. Brent Gordon. Tom Big. Doug Theodore. Tim Wagner. Garney Walters. Terry Warner. Randy Wecker. Bill Weidner. Don Wendell. Lonnie Wilton. Trainers. Dirk Doty. Harold Huff. Tim Russell. And Marvin Taylor. Coaches, Wendell Walden, Bill Edwin, Ian Roberts, and Dave Timberlake. Now we're going to be members of the 1980 football team. Some of these will be repeats. That's good. John Allen. Todd Andy. Brad Anderson. Bruce Anderson. Clay Anderson. Kirby Anderson. Terry Einstein. Sean Nash. Greg Behrens. Dave Bergman. Jerry Blazer. Mike Boland. Jim Britton. Ray Carlton. Steve Sherry. Henry Cruz. Jim Cruz. Rick DeMary. Ellie Bearden. Mike Dillon. Bill Kerr. Jim Evans. Steve Frunto. Bill Fife. Alec Nice. Vic Geller. Jeff Durham. John Goodrich. Randy Graventine. Tony Bradley. Paul Groves. Steve Haney. Dirk Hansen. Doug Harms. Tim Herron. Brian Hergenrader. Frank Herg. Ron Herg. John Hewitt. Mike Ryan. Dave James. Todd Yogan. Mike Harloff. Doug Weber, Steve Reinhardt, Todd Robier, Robert Sloss, Bruce Alsbury, Tom Sanderson, Mike Schmitz, Victor Schoenholz, Jim Searle, Dave Siebold, Kirk Scholes, Reed Schulmore, Stuart Spencer, Jerry Tillman, Doug Theodore, Willie Wallace, Alan Wendell, Don Wendell, Darren White, Jim White, Lonnie Whitten, John Woodley, and our trainers, Sally Huff, Ken Mills, and again coaches Wendell Mom, Rex Grimes, Sam Rennick, Ian Roberts, and Dale Timberlake. Chris, I'm pleased to present the 1978 American football team's induction into the Hastings College Hall of Fame. Their head coach, Wendell Mom, will speak on behalf of these outstanding teams. Okay, here we go.
Okay, people, I had this speech all planned until the last couple of days, and all the things I heard that took place a long time ago, I got to change what I wanted to say. Some of them were kind of, I don't know what. But anyway, here we go. I want to congratulate all the inductees tonight, especially the one great football player for me, Jim Doty. Thank you. Okay, I do have a couple of special guests here in this audience. And I'm going to tell you about somebody they were married to. This person could walk into a room and know nobody, and 50 people in that room before he left knew everybody, they knew him, and they were friends forever. This person was by the name of Dealer, and not too long ago, I think they named a golf tournament after Dealer. I want Bernadette to stand up and be recognized for all the people. Hastings. She's from Denver now, and she came all the way with her sister, who lives in Lincoln. Would Sandy Oker please stand up? Several players in here were started in this gymnasium 50 years ago. 50 years ago, some of them started 40 years ago, 44 years ago. They came in here with a bunch of equipment on the stage. Half of it wasn't very good, but they took what they had. They took what they had, so we all got in uniforms. Now what I'm going to do is take you down memory lane. And it will be fun for you. Okay? You walked in this door right here, in through the lobby, right that east door over there. You went in and got your white gunny sack, full of clothes with a pin on it. Number. Remember that? You threw it in to get ready, then you went to the training room and got all taped up. Okay, Mondays weren't too bad. We did view some film and talk about a few things. Okay, we go to Tuesday, and it got a little tougher. We all got taped, full pads, and headed for football field. And most times it didn't have any grass. It's only 40 yards long, and it's solid like concrete. And there's one drill that I really used. I really liked it. And I don't know if you forgot about it or not. It is the Oklahoma drill. We were one-on-one blocking, one-on-one, and you couldn't showcase it because everybody was watching. Okay, and also, Coach Roberts, he loved tackling drills, full pads, so we did some tackling, full pads. We came in, we walked along the street down here. Some people had their helmets off and their shoulder pads off, and they took the little white sack again, put all their dirty clothes in, threw it in a bag, and it was washed up by a great Dane of Jim Britt, who did all the work that time. The next day, we file in the same way. And we'd do the same thing, get taped up, full pads, and we would go out and scrimmage. We would scrimmage. And we would use our offense, and then we'd put the opponent's defense. We'd scrimmage. And we'd do the same thing again. We'd come in, put the little white bags, that way. And to be honest with you, I don't even think the shoulder pads fit in the locker. I mean, the lockers. They were just, the lockers were so small and so on, they just didn't fit. And then we would kind of ease off on Thursday with no pads and so on. And then Friday we would go out on the field with our game clothes on. Sometimes we'd have to wait because the band was practicing. Anybody remember that? Practicing before we worked out. Okay. On Saturday morning, team. And Bill had a habit of going over Saturday morning before everybody wanted to get up, and he'd knock on doors in Brum Hall and every place else to get these guys up. But they didn't want to get up at 6 o'clock. You know, they wanted to sleep in. But Bill seemed to do that even after the games on Sunday morning. Sunday morning, he'd go and wake them up. I can say this, I think the football team made Bill Teal a better person. He really did. Okay, right now, the numbers of 8 and 1 are just numbers. Just numbers, that's all they are. I'm going to put what that day of all our practices into a spoke. Into a spoke. And that was everybody. Everybody on the football team, all the staff, all the trainers, Bill Teal, and Jim Britt. I put those people on one spoke, and we had 18 spokes. 18 spokes. Those 18 spokes have flopped around a long time. A long time. But tonight, at 7:14, we put a rim around those spokes. So everybody is equal. Everybody's equal. Those 8 and 6, or 8 and 1 record all came together in that wheel. And that wheel is a big wheel. And it's unbelievable how this team stayed together. Stayed together for this many years. You can tell by looking at it how good it was. How good it was. And I believe tonight, knowing that I reinvented some people that I never thought I ever knew. But I do know them tonight, forever. Okay, one more thing. I want but before that, I want to thank all the coaches, Dale Temperley, Ian Roberts, Phil Dudley, who else was involved? I want to thank them completely for doing what it made you people. It made you people. Okay, one more thing I want to say when my wife was headed up. He did a tremendous amount of sewing for the football team. I would take a bunch of stuff home every Sunday, and it would come back. Come back sewed up, and so great it was. Now, what impresses me most about you guys, how you went on from that big wheel we just made and been so successful in life what you did. Now, you had a lot of valleys and a lot of mountains, but you kept climbing that mountain until you got where you are now. So, what I would like to say to you and my wife, thank you for the memories. Thank you again. God bless you all.
So thank you for joining us tonight to celebrate all these amazing contributions of these individuals. And Hastings College is just so much richer for what you all experienced here in Washington, D.C. You know, small colleges like Hastings serve in ways that extend past the classroom, offering extracurricular opportunities in a supportive but competitive environment enriches the undergraduate experience. And with 2/3 of our current enrollment participating in one of our varsity sports, and 70% of our incoming freshmen committed to participating in a varsity sport, you get the sense of the role that Hastings College plays in the lives of these young people from all over the nation, and now from like 20 different countries in the world who are represented on our campus. It's obvious that today's Broncos are living their personal stories in exciting ways, but providing a quality athletic experience involves recruiting talented and dedicated coaches, and we have a stable of very excellent coaches, many of them very young as well. But that also is very costly. Facilities are essential, but expensive. I hope you've all had a taste of how Hastings College is standing out from our peers. We're all wondering in 5 years how many of these small colleges in our part of the country are still going to be around to compete against. And I can assure you that Hastings College is a survivor. I think many of you have seen all the construction activity taking place for Rear Hall, proudly stood for 77 years. A new $40 million four-story dorm, 322 beds, is now under construction and will be open for the year 2026 academic year. That's thanks to the support of the Walter and Suzanne Foundation based out of Baltimore. With that kind of basis for support, you know we've got strength coming our way in very, very significant ways. We just completed, and we still have to build some grandstands, but our track, outdoor track, just received a $1.1 million upgrade. And now we can actually host a conference championship on our track facility. But you know, only about 20% of the scholarships that these student athletes are receiving today at Hastings College are funded. 80% are basically giveaways. This has been the Achilles heel of Hastings College for many, many years, several decades. 20% funding represents endowed scholarship accounts in our endowment of the college. And we've got a healthy endowment. It reached $101 million at the end of the last quarter, starting at $2 million in 1980 when many of you finished. We've had a good stock market, we've had excellent investments, and we've had generous alumni along the way. But I'm really going to seriously try to persuade you to meet with someone from our foundation. You know who's here today? Dr. Phil Dudley. Phil, would you stand? Phil is probably the most popular president this campus ever enjoyed. Many of you had him in the classroom, but as an administrator he excelled. He was so student-centered. But in retirement, Phil has joined the staff of the Hastings College Foundation. What we would like to see, what we need, are more endowed scholarships. You can name what they're for, what hometown they need to come from, what major they have, whatever you would like to see in a student. It takes $25,000 to start your own endowed scholarship. And they'll work with you over a period of time to get it up to that minimum amount. That throws off $1,000 a year for a student. It's not going to be all the bills, but it's going to be significant to help us keep our strength where it needs to be. So we're glad